Got the swimming trunks on. Oh, baby, you got your bathing suit on. We about to dive straight into that bed. Man, listen. You a chosen one? I know you all is. You know what I'm saying? Me show y'all where we at right now. We taking a walk in nature. Walking on the little trail. Gotta watch out for the bikers. You know what I'm saying? But this the way where we'll be going right here. Now back to the message. You know what I'm saying? I really want to sit my phone down for this one here. Let's see if I can get it right here. No, I ain't got no fire light. Cause this message just hit me like blink, blink, bam, boom, pow. You heard me? This message just hit me and it was like, yeah, it's time to share this one with the chosen ones. Let me not go too far from my possessions. All right, we go out. Yeah, what's good with y'all, man? Grand Risings, wherever you at on the side of the earth, this round turtle map. Hey, Gaia, let me know in the comment section, man, where you at, man, where you viewing me from. You know what I'm saying? If you got anything on your mind, just know your feedback, I need that. Your 2 cents, I'm either cash out or throw it in the wishing well and wish you well. But yeah, man, I also got the Cash App, $781 THEVBYZ. Trash something. If you ain't familiar with the Cash App, trash something. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not familiar with the Cash App. And shout out to everybody that has and that does and that do. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, if you pay attention, it ain't gonna cost you. But if you don't pay attention, it's gonna cost you. But it ain't gonna cost you if you pays attention, right? And I was sitting here and I got this download from the Most High, my God by to my higher self. And I was asking myself, I was like, bro, cause I went out the way, right? Like I hand washed my clothes, did a little workout, you know what I'm saying? We got the hundo set in, you know what I'm saying? And I chose to get out the way and go out the way today, you know what I'm saying, to get out the way, but I guess the Matrix already know what you're gonna do. Shout out to Assassin's Creed, the Ultimates. But so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go out the way today because I don't want to be bothered by nobody and I want to work on my project, so I need complete zen, right? So, that's what I've been doing lately. I've been going out, you know what I'm saying, going on my way, making sure I go places people don't want to go. And if they do really want to go, and then the occasions they mashing, I already know what type of time they on. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to speak up on that, but we going to get on that topic as well. The gang stalkers, bro. You know? So I was sitting and I was asking God, I was like, why these? Because I was like, it been ramping up, you know what I'm saying? Like, they been bombarding me, you know what I'm saying? Want to be all of my energy, all of my mix. To the point lately, I put the energy out, like, don't speak to me. Don't fucks with me if you know I don't fucks with you. And you not how, you know what I'm saying? Different strokes for different folks. And you don't stroke how I stroke. You know what I'm saying? So don't come around here acting like we the same type of folks. You know it's different folks. And they come around, you heard me? And I was asking God, I was like, God, why these people be all in our mix? Like, chosen ones, you got the monitoring spirits. You really got the demonic entities that's coming to, like, you got the special team, you got the defense, and you got the offense. And they trying to come and get in the way of our sway. You know what I'm saying? And I was asking the Most High, I was waiting on my answer and stuff, and I was like, God, why are these people overriding why is they doing this? You hear me? Like, why is they cutting up like this? You hear me? Like, they really out of pocket. You hear me? And I was like, God, why is it going up like this? And it was like a couple of nights ago, I had received part of the message partially, and it was like new levels, new devils. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, come on now. Come on, Vabo. You know the basics, bro. But sometimes you get carried away as a chosen one because they doing so much iffy you know what I'm saying? Trying to start ish and they on that iffy type of time. We ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? And I sat down and I listened to God, and God was like, the reason why they are bombarding y'all, they are bombarding the chosen ones, they are all in your space, whether you in a grocery store, you at home, they start banging on the walls, uh, you know what I'm saying? They just want to come up and have a random conversation, or you know damn well they don't mean no good, but they quick to say, hey, good morning. No, man. Out of here. Out of here. You feel me? I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying? It's like you go to the hospital or something, you gotta go, you waiting in the emergency room or something. You gotta wait till your name get called. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting in the emergency room. I'm waiting for God to call me. You know what I'm saying? So I get checked up. I got my checkup. God said the reason why they bombard you, you got the defense, you got the offense, and you got the special teams. So you got the monitoring spirits, you got the kamikaze spirits, you got the crash outs. Because this is a difference from a crash out and a kamikaze. A kamikaze trying to he done, he gone. A crash out, he might be able to come back from that. You know what I'm saying? You got the Jezebels, the harlots, the witches, and the warlocks. You understand what I'm saying? You got all of these different entities that's wanting to dwell within our energy and play with our energy and stuff like that, right? You know, like okay, I'm out here hiking and shit, also taking care of my duties. It's like I'm the way I'm able to live, I'm able to do like a 2 for 1. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to heal two birds with one goddamn herb. You feel me? Y'all be talking about kill two birds with one stone. Nah, we gonna heal two birds with one herb. But anyway, I'm really out here. Like, look where I'm at, man. I came out here. Ain't nobody really gonna be out here but people that's on the bikes. So the Matrix was like, okay, we already know what he's assessing in his mind, where he's going to go. So today, because I normally come out here like every other time. Every time I come out here, bro, nobody's on the trail, bro. Every now and then they'll have a gang stalker walking their dog, right? And I come out here to get in my mode, you know what I'm saying? To go in Zen mode. There's no ACs blowing. There's nobody honking horns. You don't hear the wait, 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 don't walk sign. You don't hear none of that. All you hear is the birds chirping in your inner voice, right? So after I got out of the waiting room and my name got called, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, let me bring this back to the chosen ones too, because you know once one chosen one heal and get an upgrade and get a download, we all get it. Whether it's a refresher, a reminder, or to tighten up, or to look at it from a different perspective, because it ain't nothing new under the sun. It's just sometimes you know each one teach one, or you gotta pay it for it. But you know sometimes we remind each other about things because there's so much going on, you know. And I'm in the office, you know. So I'm in the back room. I'm in the back room with God and stuff. You know, he examining my bodies. He got the little thing bumping on my knees, making sure my reflexes right. And then you know he gave me my diagnosis after he took some blood samples, some spiritual blood samples as well. Some of that spiritual prana, that life force. You know, he took a little knob of that, took a little drift of that, and he said, you know why they are distracting you? You know why they're bombarding you? You know why they're trying to come in your energy field and mess up your energy field? Because all through the day, one part, it's not just one part of the day that God is delivering messages and talking to us. God is talking to us all day, all throughout the day. Because when you on God's speed and you on God's trajectory, all you hearing is the directions, you know what I'm saying, from God. God is Siri's. God is uh Alexa. God is Google Maps. You understand what I'm saying? Because when your phone die, etc., you can't call Ghostbusters. And if you've been putting in that work and paying your cell phone bill, and paying your cell phone bill is sticking to your principalities, respecting the covenant, you know, the righteous ways of the Most High. You also got the 42 rules of Mayat. You understand? It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but you can understand where the Jews at. You know what I'm saying? Jellyfish, SpongeBob know where to go. When it's the rock, Patrick know where to hide. When it's the clarinet, you know what I'm saying? Squidward know where to blow. You understand what I'm saying? And these gang stalkers ain't really got nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? But to be in our energy and And it's another thing, when they be banging on the doors or knocking on the walls or anything like that, trying to disrupt you, distract you, you know, that's the lower the volume. That's the lower the volume. What's down? We back. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Fucks with the cash app. Throw something on that bitch. Hit the Venmo up. Let's get back in the bit. I had to clear the memory. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna take y'all walking with me. But yeah, man, that's why they come around and they come in our energy because God is talking to us all the time, bro. Especially if you listen. You take the headphones out, you know what I'm saying? You stop focusing so much on the things of this world and you make time for God always. That's where majority of your devotion should go anyways. But you understand what I'm saying? When they make all of that noise, they trying to lower the volume of God. When they trying to interact with us and talk to us, they trying to take our complete focus off of God. You understand what I'm saying? Because if we listening to the bullshit coming out their mouth, we can't hear that real shit that God trying to put us on. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why it's so many situations that come up. And it's just some of these things shouldn't be valid. Some of these things shouldn't pop up. And then they'll try to make these situations pop up so much that you'll think that this is just a new norm for you. But you got to realize that's part of their psychological gang stalking. You understand what I'm saying? That's part of the devil's tactics to distract you. As long as he can have you in the wrong direction or looking in the wrong direction, you understand what I'm saying? He got you. Because the more you focus on him, they starting they instigating, they starting situations. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be the one across the finish line because they're not even willing to do that. They don't even have the strength, the tenacity, the focus, the vision to get across the finish line. And God is on the side, you know what I'm saying? God is like your coach. You know what I'm saying? You in a boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? You hear your coach, he say, hit him with an L3. Don't nobody know what a fucking L3 is. Some of them think they know what we talking about. They think a L3 is to hit him with a left hook or something, or a haymaker or something. No, that's an overhand right. You heard me? Overhead right. You know what I'm saying? Gonna bust that chin up over the head, coming down with it from the sun. You know what I'm saying? Bow. You heard me? They think look, your coach said, hit him with an L3, hit him with an L3, that's all he need. Boy, the other team, everybody in his corner worried, you know what I'm saying? Satan and demons, they worried. Said, hit him with an L3. They think it's a left hook. They think you coming with the left hand. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, he tried to weave for that left hand in advance. He slide right into that right. Got all mashed up. Straight potatoes, you know what I'm saying? Now we eating. They don't want to see us eating. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Now you walking around with the championship belt. Yeah, they got a couple. He did a couple low blows. That would help him get a couple rounds because he did a couple low blows. You know what I'm saying? But he got a couple good battles because them low blows. You know what I'm saying? He was throwing them cheating licks in. But God is the real judge. Scorecards came in. We came out on top, baby. You know what I'm saying? Got the clothes drying and stuff right now. You dig? Got my bag right there. I got like just one apple with me. About to go to work on some projects. You know what I'm saying? Got the got the Bugatti park right here. You know what I'm saying? Out the shade. The Bugatti park right there. Yeah, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe, man. But you know what I'm saying? We going home with the championship belt, man. We gonna review this tape. You know what I'm saying? As we review this tape, we look at the fakes and the snakes and the takers. There's only a few of us that's makers. You understand what I'm saying? And as we review this tape from the fight we just had and we won the war, you understand what I'm saying? Because as long as we have faith in the Most High, no matter what happens, we gonna win the war. It's about faith. You understand what I'm saying? Chest out, head up, feet planted, see it through. You heard me? No matter the cost, no matter what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? It don't matter. It don't matter. It's like this, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like Satan wanna, you know what I'm saying? It's like It's like you got the recipe to Coca-Cola, bro, and he doing whatever he can to make sure that you don't share it or you don't be able to produce any more Coca-Cola. He trying to cut your hands off, take your eyes out, take your tongue out, so you can't share the recipe with nobody. But little do he know, there's gonna always be a way, as long as you got a will. You understand what I'm saying? But no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and Satan will not cut off any of our ligaments. But you get what I'm saying? It's like they know you got the recipe. They don't want you to find it because the recipe is within you, and you got to dig through all of the trauma and the drama. You got to dig through all the naysaying, all the doubt. You understand what I'm saying? And that's all the things that could distract you or lower the voice of God. But once you get over that hump and you can start to tune in, you know what I'm saying? You clear yourself out, you filter yourself out. Or it's like a gallon of Coke. You gotta run some water from the faucet till it clear out and filter itself. So you gotta continue to filter yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And keep your filters up so that you can always make sure that the most high is always coming through. You can always hear his voice and hear his guidance because these evil entities, you understand what I'm saying? They're gonna do whatever. You ever had like $1 billion, $1 million idea, and somebody just called you out the blue, called your name, knocked on the door? It ain't no difference when you having a fire ass dream and somebody wake you up out your sleep. You know what I'm saying? 99% of the time they know that you was in the zone, you was in the mode. People could look at you while you sleep and they could be like, oh yeah, he getting something good, something going on. And they wake you up out your sleep. Or they could feel it too. This is an energetic thing, man. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, bro. You a black sheep, you grew up in a house full of witches and warlocks and wicked motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? And it's more like what Michael Jackson said. I think it was Prince said it. He said, damn, he said he makes sure he be up at a certain time because he know the universe is delivering certain messages, so he stay up because he don't want Michael Jackson to get that song or some shit. And I noticed that, certain time, the universe, God, however you want to look at it, it release specific upgrades and downloads and messages at specific times throughout the rotation. And if your radio frequency is tuned, your mind, body, and soul is healthy, you didn't learn how to utilize your distractions to strengthen your concentration, then you're going to hear the voice of God. Hearing the voice of God and being attuned and being locked in with the voice of God is nothing. But it's the chosen ones who ain't, who still suffering with recognizing the voice of God because they also is MK Ultra. You know what I'm saying? MK Ultra, voice to skull. And these people have technology where they could pulsate voices in your head. They also got witchcraft. You got random ass people. You got noises all damn day trying to advertise and pulsate things inside your mind's eye to make sure that you never wake up and know what it really is. The government will never tell you what the fuck the truth is. It's illegal for the government to tell you the truth. They'll never tell you the truth. And it's like that in this world. You got to figure out the truth for yourself because it's like a lot of things what a lot of people say. If we sit there and tell you it all, then it ain't going to be no fun. But that's just their perspective. Because some of these motherfuckers got insight on you. Like, listen, like Satan, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got insight, monitoring spirits, people watching us, and they going back with all of this information. And it's not like we got multiple little people. What we do got angels and God going back and watching them and coming back and telling us. We doing the spiritual, so what they do in the physical, it has already been done, and we can do in the spiritual what they do in the physical. They got monitoring spirits watching them. Okay, we got angels, we got guardian angels, we got avatars, we got ancestors, etc. We got God. You understand what I'm saying? But these sucker duckers, you know what I'm saying? These job turkeys, all these low lives, these no lives, you know what I'm saying? These schmutz, you hear me? They gonna try to come and either take you completely off of that frequency where you locked in with God, or they gonna try to lower the volume. You know what I'm saying? They want to break your radio completely so you don't get any transmissions. But they don't want you to be able to have that full great frequency. That's why you have situations pop up. The Matrix even know what it's doing. You'll get certain notifications or information and it's like, not right now. And it'll tell you right now because it's trying to lower your volume, trying to lower your vibration. Every day, we vibrations, bro. That's why my name is my name, man. It's Vibo. It's a V to the B to the Y to the Z, and don't forget my O ho. You understand me? And we just vibrations, man. And it's people that could never be a vibration. They could just be a noise. They could just be scrambles. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want you to be music. It's either you music or you noise in this motherfucker. Either you making music and you making noise. And they making more noise so that you don't hear the music of God. You don't hear the music of his message. You don't hear the music of his abundance and his protection. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, man, utilizing your distractions to strengthen your concentration will better your situation when it comes to this occupation. You understand what I'm saying? But I just want to go ahead and explain that and share that with y'all because I was asking God, like, what is it really about, God? Why is they really bombarding me like this? You know what I'm saying? Like they just want to be irritant, just be icky. You know what I'm saying? Real terrorists, real harassers. You know what I'm saying? Want to cut in front of you, want to talk to you. You know damn well you see this face on my face, bitch. I don't want to talk to you. They still gonna override themselves because it's the agenda. You understand what I'm saying? You a chosen one. Since you was born, they've been trying to take you out. But it get to the point that you get your skin get thick. Some every now and then it amazes me like, bro, these people really trying to unalive you, unalive us. But then you've been dealing with it so much, it's like not that you became desensitized, but you just be getting all different type of calluses. You know what I'm saying on your spiritual strength. So, but every now and then you sit down and you say to yourself, like, bro, this world is really screwed up, and these people need to tighten up. And they the ones acting like loose screws, acting like you need to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? And you just see it for what it is out here, bro. They don't want you to get across that finish line because once you put things in order, they don't have the power to put things back. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to keep your best foot forward. Let your next move be a chess move. You know what I'm saying? Think before we speak. Think before we act. Slow to speak. Slow to anger. Fast to listen. Yeah, man, I'm feeling beautiful. Uh, Pretty much ain't eat much. All I ate was a banana, and all I ate was all I got left is an apple. So yeah, man, y'all want to look out for me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to encourage me to drop more content. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to put more fuel in my tank so I could put more fuel in y'all. You know what I'm saying? You water me, I water you. $781THEVBYZ on Cash App. Don't be stingy. Don't be cheeky. You hear me? But yeah, man, that's the overall message that I got, that I received, because I asked the Most High, and I was asking, like, why has it been so crazy? I mean, it used to be like every other year I probably peep it out, every month, then every week, then it turned every day, then it turned every hour, now it turned every minute, now it turned every second. Now it's like they harassing me and gang stalking me and making all type of noise every millisecond. You understand what I'm saying? Because that just means we getting closer and closer to the finish line. So we have to stay resilient. We have to stay tenacious. You understand what I'm saying? But I was like, God, why is they making all of this noise, man? And God been talking to me. He was like, yeah, especially when you take the motherfucking headphones out your head, you could really hear me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't been having my headphones in my ear like that lately. And I'm like, yeah, man, God been talking to me the whole time, talking to you the whole time. You know what I'm saying? When God know that you're not, because he knows what Satan is doing at the same time. And when God see that Satan is trying to hinder one of our senses, and he's trying to communicate through that, he gonna communicate through other ways. God not like the devil. See, the devil got to communicate in familiar ways of communication. God and us, God and me and you, when God communicate to you and me, when God communicate to you from source, it's in the language only we know. You know what I'm saying? It could be 40 people and 80,000 cameras watching everything with audio, but only we gonna know because our frequency, because our radio station is tuned in to the greatest radio station of all times, and that's God. That's being in alignment. You understand what I'm saying? These people don't want you to be in alignment. See, there's two. You know how your family wants you to grow up and be something they want you to be, And then you know how you could grow up and time could pass by and some people don't grow and they still see you as that same person they used to always see you as. You understand what I'm saying? This world already have scripted a role for you. If you, everyone else got birth certificates and social security cards, that means you was already printed out in the system. They already printed a script for you by your name, by your strawman name, your government name. But the name that your mom and your dad and your friends call you is not even a name that God called you. God don't have no social security card, no birth certificate for you. He have a seal in the middle of your forehead. He has a seal on your soul. You understand what I'm saying? And hey, I used to drink a lot of lean, dog. I'm not gonna pop that top if that seal broken. I don't. Even if you buying Tylenol PM or you going to the doctor over the counter, you know the same thing. You know you buy a bottle of water and you don't hear that noise, you don't hear that crunch. You better put that motherfucker back, put it down, go get your money or something. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing. You listening to music that don't make you feel good, environments and situations that don't make you feel good, is either that's Satan domain, even though they say all of this is Satan domain. No, it's not. He's just born. It's like he's just the teacher. God is the principal. Okay? The Satan just got a lesson to teach us too. He got a lesson to teach us that he's not willing to learn. These entities are teaching us lessons that they're not willing to learn. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's two sides of the coin. They used to always landing with the tails up, but they mad when it lands on heads because we being called now. We the new celebrities. We the ones that got the influence. We the ones that's going. We are the pillars of this realm of reality that keep it standing and keep it up. And that's why they don't want, you know what I'm saying, knock me down. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I might fall 7 times, but I get up like it's motherfucking 17. Let's get it, let's go. Famosa. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta keep it pushing, man, because they trying to pull us back. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep moving forward. You heard me? Ain't no U-turns, ain't no busting, no reverse, ain't no spinning the bend, man. We already on the interstate of abundance. You understand what I'm saying? And as long as they could give you the wrong coordinates or put the wrong fuel in your car, they could get you to slow down, mess your engine up, whatever. So you gotta be 10 times as nice and make sure you precise. You understand what I'm saying? Because listen, man, we know what we gotta do. We know who we are. If it's this fall and you don't know, I don't know everything. I'm gonna be honest. But if you don't know the basics, like if you don't know what side you on, yeah, it's too late for you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's coming, bro. Like I said, the devil ain't nothing but a teacher in God's school. And God is the principal. God runs the curriculum. God owns it all. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta remember, yeah, God is the all-seeing eye. He's not always in the classroom that the devil supposed to be teaching, right? You know what I'm saying? But when God get close to that door, the devil know. He see that bright light. You know what I'm saying? It get back bright like it's supposed to. Cause sometimes the devil like to lower the lights in the class when God not around. You know what I'm saying? Then the devil tighten up. Cause he just a teacher. Because if you don't learn, then there's going to be a loss. And yeah, that's when the devil does win. But when you learn use the devil and these fallen entities and these monitoring spirits to be teachers, not to be adversaries or to be enemies. You got to move like water, man. But shit, I move like plasma, man. I move like Earl. I move smooth as a bitch. I'm sorry. You feel me? You could drift on water, but shit, you could drift on some Earl. God forgive me, hey, I ain't gonna even do that. You hear me? Y'all probably knew where I was gonna take it, bro. This world so messed up. You could put it on. You could put one situation and pin it on one man. The way this world is now, but I ain't gonna do that. We gonna stay. We gonna stay fly. We gonna stay slick. You hear me? But yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We radios, dog. And if they could get you where they could mess. See, let me show y'all something about my radio. Right, this is a hand crank radio. Right, solar panels. You can also plug it up with the USB. And if I ain't mistaken, I think you could put a battery in here too. But you could charge it from the USB and solar panels. But I think if you take it apart inside, you could put the battery in there too. But I think I'm tripping. But for sure, oh yeah, I'm bugging. You got solar panels. You could plug it up with the wire, or you could hand crank that bitch, right? And the devil is always trying to make sure that he's interfering with one of your mechanisms, if not all of your ways, of how you receive your energy, your life force, the codes. You know what I'm saying? That spiritual voltage staying charged up. You understand what I'm saying? So, hey, if you know you're gonna try to charge up today using the solar panels, you're gonna try to make it cloudy. You know what I'm saying? If you know you're gonna try to charge up with the USB, you probably gonna, you know what I'm saying, try to make the power go out today. You know what I'm saying? If you try to block you from the hand crank radio, which means we're fasting and we're like on the most hardest to make sure we get in this communication with God, he gonna try to make sure your arms tied. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta make sure we stay charged up no matter what. If we gotta fast, meditate all day, don't engage in anything, miss a day of work or something, miss that money, because our spiritual life is everlasting and this life that's physical for most is eternal. And if we want to make sure our communication with the Most High God is right, we gotta go ahead and fast and go a little bit harder than normal, which don't have to be the norm, but you know what I'm saying. Go a little hard with our practices and fast. Use the hand crank part of the radio to charge up to make sure we continue to what? Could dial in, tune in with God, you know what I'm saying? Make sure we receive that communication, that connection, those upgrades and those downloads, you understand what I'm saying? Because God is our spiritual discernment. You dig? And when you gotta take it to that part, it's real hard, bro. It's real hard for the devil to try to deal when you go to the hand crank radio section and sector of getting in communication and utilizing your practices to get into it with God and make sure everything is legit. Compared to when you're using the solar panels, the solar panels, that's when the spiritual warfare isn't as heavy. You understand what I'm saying? But when you got to plug up, use a USB, the spiritual warfare has been steeping up and stepping up. And then when it gets so heavy and you're trying to make sure that your communication and your connection and you getting the transmutations, the transitioning, the transformation, and you know what I'm saying? You transmitting the information from source to you, you dig? Then boom. Like I said, you're using the USB port. You're using the USB port. You understand what I'm saying? When the spiritual warfare ain't that heavy, you can use the solar panel part. When it's mid, you can use the USB. When it's hecto, it's heavy, it's major. You gotta use the hand crank, you know what I'm saying? It's different levels, different strokes for different folks. And you gotta utilize these different practices to make sure that your messages that you sending and transmitting so that you receive your answers, your prayers, the things that you want. Yeah, a lot of people like to speak. I speak on it too. Yeah, visualizing and manifestation. But you don't get no approval. And the only approval you're gonna get is either from God or the devil. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you tune in your radio frequency and your station to. You dig? But I ain't wanna be no chatty patty, man. I just needed a little bit more reinsurance and another confirmation on why these people been bombarding me and want to be all in my space and want to talk to me and just so much, bro. It's the devil going hard. I know it's all his tricks. Like every other day, I got somebody like the other day. This dude offered me. Well, the first time I ever saw him, he offered me a box of pizza. He was like, "Hey, bro, you want a couple slices of pizza?" I hit that young Jeezy in my head. I don't know you. I'm like, boy, I don't know you, boy. I'm not about to eat from you, boy. I don't know if you wash your hands, you pissed in that bitch, spit in that bitch, poison that bitch, whatever. Nah. Then later on, I saw that boy a couple days down the way. It was nighttime, and he was trying to creep up on me and shit because they know where I be like chilling at and shit, and I be opening my mind and I be relaxing and releasing myself. You know what I'm saying? And dude, since they know where I be at and they always monitoring me and shit, so they always know where I'm at, bro. They know if I'm gonna go back to the spot or not. You know what I'm saying? And they using common sense and repetitive behaviors and all of the shit, bro. They've been studying me since I was a child, bro. They've been studying you since you was a child. The Matrix, okay? They just never said nothing. And I was sitting at this one spot at nighttime while I be using the Wi-Fi and shit, and this dude stashed his shit in this spot that was right there in my area, just so that can be the reason why he's even in the area with me at the same time. So it's like, bro, how much do y'all want to play chess? How much do y'all want to play checkers? I'm not gonna play checkers with y'all. So I'm like, bro, I already know why you put your shit, you stash your shit right there, because as long as I've been coming to this spot for like the past 2, 3 weeks, you was in here. And I guess they didn't got enough evidence, word around town, people that's walking past me, the cameras, people riding around their cars, they all collecting this data and this information. And I guess they all sat down in their round table, they group chats or whatever, however they do this shit. Also, they use telepathy too. That's the main way the demons talk, through telepathy. How do I know? Because I done some demonic things and I done took some demonic substances. So that's how I know. You know, when I'm not saying I'm perfect or none of that, right? Let me say this real quick. I'm not perfect or none of that. But I'm never saying that, they say you could judge a tree by its fruit. Nah. I probably rubbed and probably was sitting on side some bad fruit, some rotten fruit, but my tree don't produce bad fruit. You know what I'm saying? It's just that motherfuckers was giving me fertilizer and, you know what I'm saying, trying to transport me and transplant me in the wrong soil. But I gotta be acceptable, gotta be responsible, accountable, guilty by association. Wrong, the right time with the wrong people, because I learned the lessons that I needed. You know what I'm saying? Not like saying I was being evil and being wicked, but when I was defiling myself and I didn't know better, I remember those days. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? I remember those days, bro. It's like what Biggie said, like, you gotta remember when you was broke. Motherfucker looking at you like you a lick too, cause you eating You gotta remember when you was starving. You was looking at the man that was eating like he was a lick. But it depends on your mind state, because I wasn't looking at the man that had it all when I ain't had nothing as a lick. I looked at him as a light. So, you could tell the perspective from the darkness and the light, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I'm sitting at the little spot, you hear me? I always use the Wi-Fi on. Been here for maybe like, I can't push it past 3 weeks, but maybe like 3 weeks at the max, 2 weeks for sure. I've been coming to this spot to the point I've been sleeping at this bitch. And I ain't never see your stuff stashed up there in that little spot. Cause I'm always stretching right there at that little spot. So one day I saw his stuff right there. And then later on, that same day I saw his stuff right there before. I never saw it there before. He tried to sneak up on me that night. He tried to sneak up on me and suck my soul out my body. And I was like, bro, you just don't know, bro. You guys are playing child games, kid games, bro. You understand what I'm saying? See, Satan talk to y'all at the round table or the group chat, and y'all on the mission. Y'all on the go. That's it. Y'all don't have no communication till y'all go back to Satan. It's like them little movies or something with the hitman or the mob or something. He was like, Tony, what happened, Tony? You didn't complete the mission. You about to get off. You know what I'm saying? They not talking to their boss while they on a mission. They took the orders and they gotta come back successful. If not, somebody getting off. Cause you was just a pawn anyway. Like being in the mob. When you under God's wing, it's a whole different story. When we on a mission, through the mission, during the mission, God is still speaking to us. We don't gotta go back and report to God. We might have to go put some of these messages on urgency, but we don't gotta go back and report to God, because God always talking to us and He's always watching. If you really in communication with God, come on now. But the same way you want to talk to your mom is the same way you got to spend time on your spiritual phone and call your Father Abba, Source, God, the Creator, on the spiritual hotline through that soul. You know what I'm saying? The thing that He purchased, that He gave us, that the Most High don't want the devil to take from us because He can't give it. He can't give Him. So why are we gonna give it? You know what I'm saying? Never give anything to anybody that can't give it to you or not willing to give it to you or don't even have it. You know what I'm saying? Weigh the options, weigh the scenarios. But yeah, man, I just wanted to chop it up with y'all, man, because I was waiting on God to give me that information. Like, why is it getting so crazy, so hectic? Because it's just another one of the devil's tactics, and it's just distractions, just another form of witchcraft, just stepping up even more. It's the same thing, just being way more amplified to make it seem like it's something else. And I was like, God, what it is? He was like, nah, it's the same thing. They just want you to look over there so that you ain't looking at me. You know what I'm saying? It's like you walking down the street or something, and you see a big booty woman or something. Boom, you waking up. You don't even see her no more, cause you ain't keeping your eyes on the prize, buddy. Or it's like Matrix. Morpheus said, "Oh, you like that in the red dress, huh? Look again." You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm-mm. This apple is life. This apple have oxygen, prana, UV rays in it. Let my food sit in the sun before I eat it sometimes. This is like eating out of hands of God. Now, I ain't gonna lie, boy, getting some hot cakes from McDonald's. Ooh, if you want to cash at me on that, that do sound good. But I'm gonna still go get a mango and some key limes. That'll be eating from out of the devil's hands. Boy, some McDonald's pancakes would be good with a smoothie on the side. But you know, easy come, easy go. Fast food, junk food, and processed. Mm-mm. That's what mess up the radio station, the frequency. This right here, this what tunes it up. This what tightens it up. You see what I'm doing? I'm out here in the sun. I'm getting beamed on. For me, I'm gonna be honest. I make sure I gotta at least get about 4 to 6 hours worth of sun, and sometimes it be like straight through. Sometimes it be an hour a piece, might be 30 minutes a piece, depending on if I got places to go and stuff. I gotta be around people. Normally, I've been taking naps in the sun. That's the best thing. Some people just call it sunbathing or whatever. I just call it it's life, bro. To be honest, you get different information and messages as well when you sleep at night and then you sleep at daytime. You let me know. But I ain't want to hold y'all. I ain't want to talk too much. You know, I ain't want to run no hole in y'all head. You hear me? Just I ain't want to be no chatty patty. Just wanted to shoot the breeze. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to jolt me back? Let me know in the comment section your feedback on this topic. You know, if you've been thinking about this, you've been going through this. You know what I'm saying? Going through this, growing through this. Let me know, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I got the Cash App up there. I'm gonna see y'all later, man. Mahalo, Oasis, and take care. Bye.